Basically, Transworld is another operator in the country who is providing the international connectivity to the carriers in Pakistan. So the other one is PDCL, obviously, and we are carrying 45% of the Pakistan traffic to the international world, and we offering different services like IPLC, IP Transit Bandwidth, MPLS, IPv6 pairing, and the data center services. So this is the introduction of Transworld. On the ICT area of the technology, I would say that the IPv6 would come in with the organizations very soon. So far, most of the people are not supporting, but people have to support this in a very near future. The other part is the data center, where people can host their services in the data center for the content and the hosted application scenario. Another thing is which is related to the infrastructure, which is coming in very soon. Although at the moment the infrastructure is available, but the high-speed infrastructure in terms of LTE and 3G, it is coming in next year, 2012. Transworld is basically offering the services which are basically the basis of the infrastructure, high-speed infrastructure in Pakistan. And since we are the carrier of carriers, so we are giving the high-speed bandwidth, high-speed infrastructure to the customers and connectivity to the everywhere in the world through our partners like Verizon, Singtel, Telecom Italia, and Level 3. So this is the one key element, which is Transworld is giving support through it to the carriers, and carriers are giving it to their customers and customers. The other thing is which we are supporting our partners to give more infrastructure, more bandwidth through offering their infrastructure in rural areas as well. So this is one of the key elements which Transworld is supporting to our carriers who are customer to Transworld. I think currently people are in Pakistan, people are reluctant to spend in the infrastructure technology. But definitely after some time, within 2011 by end, or maybe in 2012, the new technology is coming in which is supporting like the Metro Ethernet and GPON, these technologies, and the backhaul to the 3G sites. This would support to enhance the infrastructure in Pakistan, which can give more benefit to the end user. Obviously, they are the beneficiary of the new technology and the services. So this is coming in. In Pakistan, basically large organizations who are having their own data centers and their data banks inside their infrastructure, they also looking for the alternate place where they can set up their disaster recovery sites and the business continuity, keeping the existing threats in terms of law and order situation in the country. People are looking for the alternate places which are more secure, or maybe who are experiencing the international security measures. Sites like the Tier 3 certification, they are giving the directions and the guidance to the data center providers to how to secure the data, how to secure the infrastructure, how the redundancy can be built. So the large organizations, I think, are ready to move some of their infrastructure or the data towards the data centers for the disaster recovery. And the smaller organization would also come in very soon, because after having the high-speed infrastructure available in Pakistan for the connectivity, they would go towards the hosting their sites and the servers and the applications on the data centers, especially who are the certified kind of data centers. So another thing is which also come in very soon. This is the cloud computing, although it is available in the world, but in Pakistan it was a little bit slow earlier because of the unavailability of high-speed infrastructure. But since infrastructure is available on the high-speed scenario, so the cloud scenario would come in very soon, and a smaller organization would get benefit out of it because of they don't need to set up the expensive infrastructure within their premises, or they don't need to set up buy the expensive applications, and they don't need to have the expertise for those applications and the hardware. All the things would be available on the cloud within Pakistan. So I think Tier 3 data centers or equivalent would support us in a big time to the infrastructure and the databases and the applications and the organizations in the country. Yeah, actually for the data storage, in my opinion, Pakistani market is so far is ready in terms of large organizations, for example, the large financial institutions and the manufacturers and the distribution organization in the country. I think most of them are ready to have their, or they already have their data storage facilities like EMC or maybe the IBM, the HP, and on the database side, the Oracle, Microsoft products, all the things are available. But for the hosted scenario, all these things would be more mature very soon. Like IBM, they would also be there very soon. Although they are here, but for the smaller organization, they are working. Actually, for the SMEs, obviously they also require the similar attention. Their data is also same important than the large organizations, so they need the same kind of similar attention for their data. But unfortunately, due to the expenses or maybe the capex, the opex involved for the setup, a smaller organization or the SMEs would not support, would not afford these kind of infrastructure. So after having the cloud scenario in Pakistan, as I mentioned earlier, that the HP, the Oracle, the EMC, the other providers, IBM and Intel, as soon as they would have the scenario in terms of cloud in Pakistan, I think SMEs would get the similar services which the large organizations are getting at the moment. Actually, for the SMEs environment, I think, in my opinion, the infrastructure requirement is they should consider to having the good infrastructure within the organization. They must have the good network established within the organization that would support in future for the cloud scenario when they would not have any server within their organization, but the server would place at the data center or maybe on the cloud. So the infrastructure from the individual PC or individual station need to be high speed till the data center or till the server where it is placed. So they need to focus on the infrastructure. Currently they are more working on the servers, applications, or maybe similar kind of scenarios. So they need to focus on the infrastructure in terms of network, in terms of speed and the devices or like switches, like routers. These need to be scalable and can support the high-speed infrastructure. And after that, they would also consider the operator on the back end, which can support them to carry their traffic from their organization till the data center location where the application would be hosted.